Hi everyone, it's Marissa from the blog and the skincare shop bumblebeeapothecary.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show how to make a rose clay face mask. This is a beautiful DIY facial mask that is easy to put together. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make this rose clay face mask for yourself, and you're going to know why it leaves your skin so glowing and beautiful. So this is my favorite face mask right now. I've been using this more than any other kind for the last couple of months now, and I'm really loving the results that it gives. I have a quick little reminder in here also that this time of year can get really busy, and it's important to not forget to take some time to just relax. It can be really easy to get caught up in all kinds of things that need to happen and places to be and things like that, and it's important to just take some time to just sit and relax. And doing a face mask and then sitting down with a good book is a really good way to get some of that relaxation time in. If that sounds really amazing to you and you're looking forward to sitting down and relaxing with a nice face mask sometime in the near future, head down into the comments and type relax for me. Okay, before I jump into showing exactly how to make this mask, let's talk really fast about the different ingredients and why I picked them for this mask. So the first thing is the pink clay. Pink clay is really great for dry or sensitive or just normal skin. It gently cleanses and exfoliates. There's also white kaolin clay in here, which is very absorbent, and it's also full of minerals. The liquid base, I decided to go with aloe vera gel, and I really love it in this mask. It is very hydrating and very soothing and just has wonderful results for skin. I also have a couple of different herbs in this mask. I have powdered chamomile, which is great for soothing skin and calming skin and then just helping to get rid of inflammation. I also have powdered rose hips because they are full of vitamin C and they are very brightening to the skin. I also have some rose essential oil, which helps to soothe and moisturize skin, and then it also makes the mask smell really beautiful. Last thing that I like to add that is completely optional is a natural preservative, and the reason for that is because I like to mix up an amount of mask that I can just keep in a container in my bathroom. I don't have to worry about it spoiling or having to be refrigerated or getting out everything to mix up a mask every time I want to use one. I like to just have it in a container ready to go, ready to put on my face, because let's face it, when I want to sit down and relax, I want to make that as easy as possible and just have it ready to go. Let's jump in and I'm going to show you how to make this. The first thing that I'm going to do is to measure my aloe vera gel, and to that I'm going to add my clays. I'm starting off with the pink clay. I wanted to also mention that I am listing links to all of the ingredients that I'm using so that you can source those and find them easily for when you want to make this yourself. Also, the full written recipe with all of the measurements and everything is going to be over on my blog, bumblebeeapothecary.com, and I'm also going to link that below as well so that you can find it. Next, I'm also adding the white kaolin clay. Now, you're probably going to think that this looks like a lot of clay in proportion to the aloe vera gel, but you'd be surprised. Remember, I mentioned before that the white kaolin clay is very absorbent, and you're going to see when I start to mix this that it really mixes all in and is still a very nice moist consistency. Next, I'm going to add the powdered herbs, the chamomile and the powdered rose hips, and then I'm going to add my rose essential oil. After that, I'm going to add the preservative. Again, this is optional, it's just so that I can store it at room temperature. Now I'm going to mix it all together very thoroughly. Now, as you're mixing, you're going to see that this is still kind of a bit of a looser, wet consistency, and this just depends on the consistency of your aloe vera gel. Some of them are looser than others, some of them are more thick, and this one is a certified organic one without a bunch of additives, so it's pretty thin. So I think I'm actually going to add a little bit more of the white kaolin clay to that just to thicken it up a little bit. Wanted to also add that if DIY is not your thing, I have this exact same mask available in my shop, and you can get a pre-made version of it there, and I will have a link to that below. can see that after I've added a little bit more of the white kaolin clay, I added 4 tablespoons more, that it's a thicker consistency, more like an ideal mask consistency. So you can see you may have to do that or may not, just depends on the consistency of the aloe vera gel you're using. At this point, I'm ready to add it to my container. I like to use glass as always. I have this 8-ounce mason jar with my lid, and this is just my personal container that I've been using, so I'm going to put it right in here. And it's ready to store and use whenever I'm ready for a nice, hydrating, soothing pink rose clay mask. It's so pretty with the nice pink color and smells beautiful with the rose essential oil. It's so fun to use. Alright, I hope you enjoyed seeing that, and let me know in the comments, are you going to try it out? Are you going to try this recipe? And also let me know, when are you just going to make a little bit of time to put away the technology and the to-do lists and to just sit and relax for a little while. After that, head on over to my blog and check out all the other facial care recipes that I have over there. If you like this video, be sure and hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I make new videos every week on living a sustainable, handcrafted lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.